broke out between Russia and Ukraine on 24th March. President of Russia Vladimir Putin says that it destroyed 74 Ukrainian military facilities, including 11 air bases. This crisis is impacting the whole world. But what difference does this situation make to us? After all, India is 4,000 kilometers far away from Ukraine. So in today's video, let us understand what is the impact of this war on India. So please watch this video till the end and share the video with your friends. Maybe this video will help them. Why and how, you will know in the next few minutes. What is India's stance in the whole situation? Whose side has India taken? And which situation will benefit India? The United Nations Security Council took up this issue for voting on 30th January of 2022. And India abstained from voting. India remains neutral, not in favor and not against it either. From India's perspective, Russia is on one side and the West, that is Europe and USA on the other. Russia is India's long-term ally. 86% of Indian weapons come from Russia, on the other side is USA. India's relations with USA have improved lately. We are making new strategic allies through the Quad. There are active strategies planned to counter the rise of China. India is an important dominating factor in Indian Ocean, which helps facilitate easy trade and commerce. Quad is an important group for India because we are threatened by China's expansionist plans. The grim situation for India is, whatever side we choose, we only stand to lose. They say there are no winners in a war. The war is not good news for the common man. Impact on stock markets. Within a few minutes of the market opening on 24th March, the Sensex crashed by 2,700 points. People started panic selling, and in a few minutes, 7.5 lakh crore rupees of investor wealth was wiped out from the markets. The next few months are going to be volatile for the markets, because what happens in the next few days, that will set the tone for a lot of things this year. The Russian stock exchange fell by 50% in one day. The impact is being felt in all Asian markets. After this Russian invasion, the US has promised to put strict sanctions on Russia. Russia is the world's third largest crude oil producer. 1/3 oil that comes into Europe is from Russia. After the sanctions on Russia, the crude oil coming into Europe will reduce. The crude oil prices are surging, and it is slowly crossing 7-year high. Last year in India, petrol and diesel touched 100 rupees. There are chances fuel may increase this year by 6 to 7 rupees. Similarly, international freight prices may shoot by 25 to 45%. Inflation impact. Rising crude oil prices will impact our import bills and ultimately impact our pockets as well. Whenever fuel prices increase, inflation also increases. The rise in transport costs and it will hurt a business profit margins. Industries dependent on logistics and transport will see a rise in prices because fuel prices will be passed on. States with upcoming elections don't see a rise in fuel prices, but prices definitely rise after elections. Fuel prices had not largely increased since November. States and center reduced taxes to cool off prices. But because of this cost increase of crude oil, taxes will have to be reduced even further, which will have an impact on government finances. Bharat imports 2 billion oils and minerals, 832 million stones and metals, 609 million fertilizers from Russia. There is a chance of these sanctions halting trade, but domestic producers and competing countries will fill the gap. Ukraine imports pharmaceutical products from India. These pharma companies have offices in Ukraine like Ranbaxy, Sun Pharma and Dr. Reddy's. There will be a negative impact on their sales. There is a slim positive in the trade world. Ukraine and Russia are huge grain producers, and the vacuum from this conflict can be filled by India by selling wheat in the international market. Wheat prices are at a 9-year high, and a bumper grain harvest is expected this year. The third impact is on edible oils. 70% of India's sunflower oil comes from Ukraine. We import 2 to 3 lakh ton of sunflower oil every month. This conflict will impact edible oil prices, and around 18,000 students are studying medicine and engineering. They are stuck in Ukraine because of this situation. We hope the government takes steps to bring the students back because of a neutral stance. We can diplomatically evacuate these students. The most important part is, Russia is not economically sound enough to afford a war. See, even if Russia wins, it will be a loser for sure. The stock market is a proof of this. Russia would not have been able to take such a drastic step if it did not have a powerful ally like China backing them. China wants to be economic superpower in the 21st century, and Russia is merely a weapon for it to achieve this. It is a tool through which it can keep Europe and USA busy. Russia can't continue its aggression without China's money. How the world views the Russia-Ukraine conflict will influence how China treats Taiwan in the coming times. Will China invade Taiwan in the future? That's why many people are talking about World War III. In a nuclear world, a world war can end things for humanity. But the conflict between Russia and Ukraine may not be World War III, but this could be Cold War for sure. In short, the world is marching towards a new world order. New allies are being formed. So let's hope this conflict is resolved soon. If you learned something new from this video, please share this video with your friends, because explaining things to you in a simple way makes a difference to me.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check, give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to